What's up, guys? It's been a while. I'm gonna show you guys how I did this. This is the ABS relocation kit. This is file creation. So I'm gonna show you step by step what I did and how I mounted it under here and how you guys can do it. This is all from mounting it here. This bracket, you know, doing my way. So this is kind of my idea of how I did it. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did it, so that way if you guys buy this kit, you guys can do it. Alright guys, so first thing you guys are gonna do is make 2 holes right there. That is, let me back up. So what you're gonna do is, like, you're gonna see this lump right here, this bracket, and then right next to this screw right here for the wiper, there's a bolt right there, and then the other bolt you're gonna do it right in that indent right there. That'll be your whole spot. So come under here. This is how you see it. There's those two. You mount it there. That's where you put your L fittings for the lines. You put the L fitting, and then as you can see it right there, there's the L fitting. So you connect the top one. You go down. You're gonna connect the nut so it tightens the L, and then just connect the line that goes to the booster. So what I did was I put the rear line for the booster on the back, and then I did the front line for the booster on the front. That way when you put the lines down, so when you put it through, it's gonna be even and it's gonna line up once you put the booster back. Or if you haven't installed, this is what you gotta do. Just put it in the front for the front line, and then put the second one for the back line. The other lines that you gotta do whole is right here. There's gonna be like how can I explain this? This is a tight corner. Let me move this. So see right here. Let me see it. So it's right here. There's gonna be a bolt right here. This is why you're gonna let yourself go by. There's a bolt right here, and then all you have to do is like go right there with that flat. Where this flat is that goes down. As you can see it right here. It goes down. That will be the first hole, and then the back hole will be right next to it. So this will be your proportioning valve lines, which, let me see if I can show it. I'm trying to show it. You guys see those? See those lines right there? Those are the 2 lines right there. That's for your proportioning valve. So what I went ahead and did, I went and routed right. I try to tuck it right behind the right side of the booster, right here. So you guys can see it. I ran it behind the rack, and I went the same thing I did with the booster. I did it to proportion valve. So you're gonna put the front line for the front line, and then the back for the back line. So this will be the rear proportioning line, and then this is the front proportioning line. The other things I did was I added this myself. These are the rear main lines. Those are the ones that go to the back, which I'll show you guys how they are connected in the back. So let's go over here. This is the passenger caliper line. This is gonna be the easiest one, because this is gonna be the easiest one because they're by themselves. It's not like keys over here that are all mounted together. So this is gonna go from your firewall, not firewall, but the really, how do you call this? The shock tower. So it's right behind the shock tower, behind the wheel well. So you guys gonna see this. You're gonna make a hole right there. You guys can see it. You're gonna put the nut right there, pass it through, and just screw it on. So this is the line. There's an L right here. You're gonna pass it through the L this way, and then you're gonna screw in this nut here to tighten the L. And then this is just the line that's gonna connect to the ABS box. So as you can see, there's the L, there's the hole. And how I routed mine, it's a tight fitment. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab this line and like run it behind the shock. You can see it, you can clearly see it right there, the black line. Run it behind the shock and then run it down right there, run it down the shock and connect it to the other end of the brake line caliper, from the caliper brake line, my bad. But you guys understand what I'm saying. So just put the fitting. There's a fitting that he sends you. You put the fitting right there and then you screw in the line. So onto the driver's side, same thing. Rinse and repeat. Do a hole behind the shock tower right here. You're gonna put the fitting, which is the L fitting, and then you're gonna put the L fitting, and you're gonna put the nut in there, and then, but first of all, you do the hole right there. I bet I'm all over the place. I'm holding the phone for a flashlight because it's already dark, and trying to show you guys as much as I can so you guys can see it. So you guys see right there is where you do the hole. I'll show you under here. Can you guys see it? So I did my hole right there. Mine was kind of like tricky because it was like behind all that seam sealer. So what you guys gonna do, same thing, run it behind the shock. It's a tight fitment, so you don't have to like strap it or anything. And put the fitting for the other end of the caliper and connect the line. So here are the rear main line. This is the rear. So what I did, I cut the, so I'm gonna give you a trick. I don't have to show you guys. So what you guys are gonna do, you see the other line, the stock line? What you guys are gonna do is cut the line. This is the easiest way out to like get the lines, or if you wanna go the harder way, is by taking all the lines out and putting these new ones. But it was a lot to do because you have to take mainly you have to take like the tank out to like match all the lines in. So what you guys gonna do is like cut this is gonna be the fitting for the hard line, and then you're gonna cut it and you're gonna follow that line under the car and pass through the braided line or whatever line you guys buy. So what you guys are gonna do is like follow the stock line all the way to the front, and same thing with the passenger. What you're gonna do is follow that line and onto the other side, which so you can see right here, same thing. I cut the line, I followed it, I zip tied it all together. That way it flows through the same way as the stock line. So this is you want to make it easier for you guys, you know, do that. Cut the line and follow that all the way to the front. This is how it reaches from the back to the front. Pretty simple, not hard. Kind of took me like 30 minutes to figure it out, and it wasn't that hard because all you need is zip ties, you know, to tie them up to the other lines. And yeah, pretty simple. Just cut the lines. Mine's broke, that's why I went with the braided lines. So I have to do these lines, but if you guys are gonna do it, this is the way to do it. It's easy. You don't have to bust your ass, you know, and like, you know what I mean? So just follow the way the stock lines go, and you'll be fine. So guys, you're probably gonna be asking yourself, how did I set this up in here? So I had to do some modifications myself, homemade. You didn't have to like build stuff or send stuff to get made. It's pretty simple. It's a DIY way. I had to do some cutting. I had to cut this side, and I had to cut the other bracket that was on this side. You guys can see it is cut right there. I had to cut that, and I used this as the mounting point. This was the mounting point for the cruise control, so I used this. So what I did, I didn't have to like do anything to this, just cut it right here from the other side and there, which I'll show a picture of what I cut. That way you guys just have a better view of like what I had to cut to make it fit in here. So I cut this part, which was over there, and then I cut another part there that was like, it was in my way and it wasn't gonna fit in here the way I wanted it to. So just keep in mind, look at the picture real good, and you guys will figure it out. So what I did was put that bolt right there back, use it as a mounting point, and then I bought this. I had like a little box of extra screws. This is a 8mm with a nut on the back. So this is a whole piece. It's just bend it, just the way it is. The way you cut it is just already bent the way it is. Look, you can see it. It's flush in there like if it was made there. So it was just my idea. You guys can copy it if you want. There's not no secret. So put the screw in, put the nut in, put an 8 here and an 8 here. Make this a deep socket, so when you screw it in, it doesn't bother here. Or if you guys want to cut it, go ahead, be my guest. So this is an 8mm screw, and all you're gonna do is like put the screw in, put the nut in, and tighten it up. And then you guys can see this thing is not going nowhere. I can wiggle it, do the most I can, it's not gonna go nowhere. Same thing there. That's I had to flatten that part right there. But you could flatten it with a hammer or stuff like that. I recommend a sledgehammer, is better. What I use there is a self-tap screw. That's an 8mm self-tap screw. Same thing, 8mm right here. So what I did, I flattened it so where it looks flat there. And what I did, I used my drill and self-tap it right there. So it's tight right there, so you guys can see it. It's not gonna go nowhere. So that's the advice I could do for you guys. If you guys got any questions, I know I'm all over the place, but if you guys got any questions, just reach out on my DMs on IG. This is pretty simple, guys. This is actually my first time doing this. So for a beginner like me, you know, you guys can figure it out as well. Hopefully this video helped you out, and if anything else, just hit me up. I'll explain how I did it, like little by little. You guys can do it yourself too, and pretty simple. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya. Hopefully this helped out.